Yo, so what up guys? Today we're gonna be backtesting USD JPY. Let's see how MAEE formula works in this market condition. So we're gonna be backtesting 2020 on the 6th of 2020. Okay, let's see. So whenever you're backtesting, the first thing you want to do, you want to go to the higher time frame. Alright, you want to go to the higher time frame to analyze, then go to the lower time frame to execute. Alright, so going to the higher time frame now, which is the 4 hour. I prefer using the 4 hour. Some traders, you can use the 4 hour, you can use the daily, but I prefer using the 4 hour. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so clearly we can see we have a ranging market over here. Okay, how is it a ranging market? You can see it will go up, like it will go up and come down, up, down, right? That's how you know a ranging market. So whenever you have a ranging market, what do you want to do? You do your horizontal rate. You want your horizontal rate to touch as many highs as possible, to be accurate, right? The same thing, you draw it at the bottom to touch as many lows as possible, to be more accurate. Alright, okay, so now looking at this market condition now, you can see clearly, okay, this market is in a ranging market. What am I to do in this case? So basically, whenever you see that it's a ranging market, what you want to do is you want to know the previous trend of the market. What was the previous trend of the market? Okay, so the previous trend of the market basically now, this is the previous trend over here. So let's see. Alright, so the previous trend of the market before it started ranging, it's clearly looking like an uptrend. Why is it an uptrend? You can see after it came down the lower high, can you see it? Then it formed an higher high, formed the lower high, formed an higher high. Right, that is clearly an uptrend. So what we want to be doing in this ranging market is only buying. Alright, what we want to do in this market is clearly buying. Now where do we buy? Remember, you buy at support. Okay, so we'll wait for this market to come back to this support over here. That's all. We'll take our buy, or we wait for it to break this resistance and retrace it. Remember, when the market breaks a resistance and retrace it, previous resistance becomes support, right? That resistance will start acting as support. So if the market breaks above it and retrace this point over here, we have to enter the market. Or if it comes down and comes down to this point, we'll go to the lower time frame to look for our entry to enter the market. Alright, so let's see what markets does here. Okay, now market has touched our support zone. So we'll go to the lower time frame. Let's check the 15-minute time frame. Okay, perfect. We can clearly see our double bottom. That's my entry. Let me just simplify this with like okay, so let me do my risk to reward. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so clearly I would want to enter the market after this the next green candle that forms over here. This green candle over here. That's where I'll be looking to enter the market. Yeah, this over here. Okay, so Let's see how this market plays out. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the market slid. Okay, so over here now, at this point over here, I'll be adding to my winning position here. At this point over here, I'll be adding to my winning position. So let's see. I'll add to my winning position over here. Then I'll move my stop loss here. So let's see. Well, clearly this end pattern that formed over here is already giving me a reason to come out of the market. Okay, so this is how I trade basically. I don't come out of the market except the market gives me a reason to do so. You understand? I don't know if all traders will agree to this. All traders won't agree to this, probably. But the best way to trade, don't come out of the market except the market has given you a reason to do so. Alright? I'm clearly okay, so what are my reasons now to come out of the market? Clearly here you can see a double top. My reasons to come out of the market, a double top, if a double top forms, which is price correction. Alright, price action, a long wick forms, right? Let's say it's a bullish trend and the long wick, which is reversal, obviously, it forms a long wick reversal. Those are my reasons to come out from the market. And clearly here you can see an M pattern formed in the 15-minute time frame over here. So I'll look to come out of the market around this point. I'll be looking to come out of the market around this point. Alright, because it's going showing that okay, the trend is going to change soon. It's about to change. Right, so I'll take my buy around this point. I'll add to my position here, and I'll come out of the market here. That's how I'll trade this USD JPY. So let's see what the market did. Okay. Clearly you can see what the market did. After this point, it started arranging, and eventually came down back to this point, to our entry. Alright, so that's how you clearly want to trade. Let's do a quick recap of what we just did. You know, whenever you're placed in the chart, whenever you sit in front of your computer or your system, whatever you're using to trade, the first thing you need to do, you go to the higher time frame, which is the 4 hour. You go to the 4 hour to analyze the market. Like I said earlier, you can use the 4 hour or the daily, but I stick with the 4 hour. Alright, so you go to the 4 hour, you analyze the market in the 4 hour, then you go to the 15. You can take your entries in the 15, 30 minutes, 5 minutes or so. Alright, so because this entry in this market condition over here, we got our entry at the 15 minutes. Alright, we got our entry at the 15 minutes. So what are your entries? Your entries, my entries are the double bottom. Alright, you know, I'm using the MAEE formula, which is market structure, area of value, entry and exit. The market structure in this market condition was a ranging market. The market was ranging. You can see it was going high to the resistance, it came back to the support. Just like I kept on ranging. For USD JPY backtesting section. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you at the next.